Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
I learned of the dreams of the said Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloha online on the 12th of September 2023 when members of the public started tagging my social media handles to publication announcing the passing of Label's former signing and suggesting that I had a hand in his death. Number 4. That prior to the passing of Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloha, I had not seen him in person since he left the record label in September 2022, over a year before the unfortunate incident of 12 September 2023. Number 5. The circumstances surrounding the death of the said Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloha are not clear to me, as I do not know where, how, and when he died, because I have not seen records of his date of death as 12th of September 2023 and other records stating the 11th September 2023. Number 6. On the 31st of August 2023, I departed Nigeria through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, for Amsterdam, the Netherlands. A copy of the immigration stamp on my passport is held to attached and marked as Exhibit 1. 7. That I arrived Amsterdam on the 1st of September 2023 and only returned to Nigeria on the 3rd of October 2023 when the Commissioner of Police extended an invitation dated 19th of September 2023 to me for investigation purposes which I obliged. Copies of my arrival stamps at Amsterdam and Nigeria are respectively attached herewith as Exhibits 2 and 3. 8. That upon my arrival, the Commissioner of Police obtained an order to have me remanded in their custody for 21 days, and I ended up in police custody for over 2 months without just cause. 9. That I never met Ayobami Sadiq, Ogedengbe Hisayo, or Ogoduni Ibrahim, who may have shared the deceased last moment with him until we were all detained together at the State Criminal Investigation Department. 10. That I did not and do not have the clout to contract anyone or corporate body, whether excessively or impliedly, to cause the death of another person. 11. That this disposition is made in good faith, conscientiously believing same to be true and correct in accordance with the oath law of Lagos State. Resident is signed. Commissioner for the oath, already confirmed is signed, and he attached the stamp. The arrival stamp is attached to the whatever. So that was his deposition to hold as a statement. So to continue the cross-examination, or anybody has anything to say regarding that, shall we continue? Well, okay. I came down to Nigeria to take care and look after Mohbad. And now this says, okay, he was giving excuses, he was not hearing properly more than 20, 30 times. And they said, you took him to hospital. Now, you took Mohbad to the hospital because he was depressed. He said, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I couldn't know if he was depressed. I only took him to the hospital to to check and examine, and if anything was wrong, just to look after him. And they said, with that statement he made, that they will it be right to say that Mohbad was emotionally disturbed and was not okay emotionally? He said he does not know. And they said, Sanchitu said, I put it to you that Mohbad was afraid of you. That was why he was depressed, and he made that statement that if anything happened to him, hold Naira Marley responsible. He said no, that he was not afraid of him, that they never had any issue. That if he was afraid of him, he wouldn't have left the Malian record. He wouldn't have left Malian music, that there was no reason and there was no fear of him in Mohbad. So he left Malian record when he was pleased. He said, when you made the video, you were not in Nigeria, and you said you came down to Nigeria just because he knows that Mohbad was not in the right state of mind. He said no, that he only came to at least check on his health and everything, and ensure that he look after him as a signing and a brother. He said, he was asked, your statement that Sanchitu put it to him that your statement and action led to his emotional situation, which resulted to his death. He said no, that there was nothing wrong with him emotionally, and there was nothing wrong with him mentally, that he was okay. The magistrate then caught him because of some wrong use of what he was using. The magistrate caught him and said he has to be careful of his use of word. Then another lawyer student, the woman lawyer, came next to Sanchitu. I don't know if you can deliberate on the first case before we go further, or we should keep going.
For me, okay, I'll let this speak.
No, go ahead, Yoke, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, me, I just want them to continue now. Then one.
Okay. Oh, I shall call out the lady lawyer caught in and said, look, the magistrate is properly seated, and we can see the background that the sitting position of Naira Marley is like an insult to the court, and isn't disrespectful to the court. But along the line, the magistrate caught in and he defended the sitting position, while Naira Marley said he's fasting, that he just needed to rest on something, and the cross-examination continued. The Sunday lawyer then stood in and said, you said you never met Swending and the nurse, but you said they spent last moment with Mohbad. Now, how did you know that Swending and the nurse spent the last moment together? He then said, well, he never met them, he never knew them, but at least from what he heard, and they were together in detention, so he was able to say that they spent last moment together. Now, the Naira Marley's lawyer then stood up and said that question was mischievous. So the whole court, because of that statement of a question being mischievous, the whole court was disturbed, and there was like gas goes verbally in the court that exchanging of words when the magistrate had to cut in, and even Sanchito had to stand up and say that was too bad of a lawyer to say a question was mysterious. That there is need for Nawali lawyer to withdraw that statement and to apologize. Then the coroner magistrate said he needed to apologize and withdraw the statement, which he did. He withdrew the statement and he apologized. Then Barrister Aronlana stood up and he referred him to number 10 of his deposition. The number 10 of the deposition that I did not and do not have the clout to contract anyone or corporate body, whether excessively or impliedly, to cause the death of another person. There, he was asked, can he tell the court what clout can someone ask to be able to contract or send someone to go and kill? That he said it there that he doesn't have the clout. That means he knows and he has an idea of what volume of clout someone can have. He said he just said it that he doesn't know and he wouldn't have sent someone to go and kill. He never did. He never had that clout. He said he never had that clout for it, and he was asked, you said that, he said, now Mohbad had contract with the record label. Can you tell the court the details of the contract or what the contract is all about? He said, he now only refused. He said, why will he be disclosing his job details on in public, that it was a contract? His lawyer stood up, a lady, and he said that's contractual agreement, that there is a higher court that is looking into that. He cannot disclose any contract. I did not. He will.
Correction, are you there? Probably you could have called. Yoke Daddy, are you there?
Yes, yeah, you okay? He needs to take a break, Papa.
Right. Please, let's continue to tap. I don't know if Bible are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes.
Grace is
Grace is on the call. Yeah. So far so good. It's. I mean, it has not really. You see. It's. I mean, it's been okay that it comes in.
Sorry for the breaking. He called the story. So, so he was asked. He said he couldn't have disclosed the details of his contract or the details of his business, so that others will not copy his style or will not try know the secret and the strategy he's using to make his music to become one of the greatest or one of the best in Nigeria. So he said in a contract, the contract, that who signed the contract, that before a contract with a business could be made a contract, that who signed the contract? He said he signed it. Which who? He said nobody. He said he signed it. That there was no lawyer who signed the contract, and there was nothing, no witness, no lawyer. He said he just judged that area because he had many responses and many questions thrown at him. He tried to dodge a lot of sensitive ones. They now asked him, how did he get the contract? That who orchestrated or who originated the contract? He said his lawyer in the UK. The barrister was surprised. Your lawyer in the UK wrote a contract in Nigeria. How did he get to Nigeria? He said via email. So he said, who signed the barrister? I don't know, then asked, who signed Somalia Music? Who signed the contract paper for Somalia Music? He said he signed. Before you can call it before you can say it was a company agreement, there must be a witness or a lawyer in present who could have explained details of contract to the signee. He said no, that he signed the contract. Now the lawyer caught in and said the matter is already in court, that it shouldn't be discussed, and the magistrate had to come in and said that's not the center, that matter is not within the jurisdiction of that court, that should be left aside. He now asked, he said, if the lawyer responded that he was going somewhere, that, well, he wouldn't go to the details of the contract, and that the contract was terminated. That who terminated the contract? Was there an issue which could have been resolved legally? That what could have happened? Why was the contract terminated? He said there was no termination of the contract, there was no issue. Mohbad just left peacefully. That there was nothing wrong in their relationship, that Mohbad left peacefully. He said, if he left and that means there was an issue, that was he able to resolve the issue? He insisted there was no disagreement between him and Mohbad. That Mohbad just left and said, the lawyer asked him, is there a time he complained about the treatment from the record label? That, is there anything he ever complained of the way the record label is treating? He said he never complained of the record label, that the only thing he ever complained about in his music during his stay with the Malian record was his manager. That he said he wasn't interested in the manager. That the manager was just the issue he complained about. And the lawyer said, asked him, you claim you were detained for 2 months for no reason. He said yes. And the barrister put it to him that you took no action against that. What action did he take if you were detained on no just cause? That what action did you take against the police or Lagos State government that detained you for 2 months? He said he sued Lagos State. He said, you sued Lagos State, but can you tell this court the particulars of the case that you sued Lagos State? He was saying it underneath. It's not the state, it's the police. It's the police. He said, before that one could comprehend, it took like 5 to 10 minutes. That you sued the police. Can you give detail? Can you tell us details of when you sued the police? He said he was in detention then, that his lawyer sued the police. He said, you sued police to gain your freedom. That it was on a fundamental human right basis that you sued the police. That on the basis of your detention, did you sue for unjustifiable detention? And he couldn't answer, but the court was able to know that there was nothing like any reaction from him for being detained without any reason, as he claimed. That he only did it to exonerate, as in for his own freedom. And he was told, you claim to hear of Mohbad's death on social media. He said yes. He was asked, when was the last time you set your eyes on Mohbad, that you saw him physically? He said he saw him for over a year before his demise. The lawyer then asked him that, look, there was a witness who came here and swore and made a statement on oath. And this honorable court has taken it as a statement of fact. He said that you met Mohbad around June in that same year, in 2023, that you met Mohbad, and there was like a disagreement between you, that he was, the woman said he was attacked and got a swollen eye when they met you. He said no, that was a lie, that he never saw Mohbad since over a year before he died. And that they said it was in a club in phase 1 that the woman said they met. He said he never met him. He claimed he never met him, and the court should take that as his own statement. And he said he never saw Naira Marley since he left Malian music.
He never saw Mohbad.
He never saw Mohbad. And that one said that he said you have been investigated on, has you ever been investigated on issue of violence or bullying? He said no, he has never. He said immediately after COVID-19 you were arrested, that he should tell the court why he was arrested. He just made a statement that it was a misplaced identity, whatever, that it wasn't anything related to violence or bullying. They asked him, do you have anything to do with Sam Larry before the death of Mohbad? He said, do that, no, that Sam Larry is just somebody like a fan. That, did you ever meet Sam Larry? He said he known as Sam Larry as a fan who you always see around. They asked him, how did he know Sam Larry? He said he's his music fan. They asked him, what does Sam Larry do for a living? He said he doesn't know. You don't know what he does? But do you know that Sam Larry is a rich guy. He said, he doesn't know. The guy is asking, where does Sam Larry stay? That Sam Larry stays on the island. He said he doesn't know where he stays. The lawyer now joked. He made a statement joking and said, if I tell you Sam Larry stays in Agogoye, will you accept that? He said, he's just hearing that for the first time, that he doesn't know where he stays. He now asks, can he help the court to unravel the cause of death of Mohbad? Can he help? He said, that is why he's coming to give his own witness, that he can't do more than what he's saying, that all what the corona is doing is to unravel the death, that he can't do anything outside that. The lawyer said, will I be correct to say that the guy that you are less concerned about the cause of death of Mohbad? And he was asked again, is there any steps you are taking that the court need to know to get to the root of the matter, as you claim that you are concerned in getting to the root of the matter? He said, what Corona is doing is what he believes in. The writer now said he had the presence of the vice chairman, the black vice chairman present. That one we also want to ask one or two questions. And that one collected the mic and asked him that what was the duration of the contract between of the music contract that was signed with him? He said there was no duration. He was surprised. There was no duration. It was a contract that you need to keep going to the rest of your life. He said there was no duration. So, no duration, no time to end the contract, only leave when you wanted. And the vice chairman in the bar asked him, have you ever lived in Peckham before? He said yes. He asked him, how many times have you been arrested, and how many times have you been arrested in Peckham? He just said he doesn't know. He said, you don't know. How many times you have been arrested? He said he has been arrested